Okay, everyone look over here. That's great. And I'll say, we got 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
We got 1 million
Million subscribers on YouTube.
Nice, but you are kind of blocking Yan, so will you move the sign down?
Hey.
Perfect, let's take the shot. Wait, isn't someone missing?
Well, Zoe did say she's finishing up a sale, so I think she'll be right down.
Oh, what film?
Big Oils, Big Lie, vous avez besoin du matériel dans 2 semaines, c'est ça?
Merci Zoé, c'est parfait.
Merci beaucoup, à bientôt.
À bientôt.
Hey Zoe, what's up?
Hey Kesha, can I get a mixed master for Big O's Big Lie today?
Yeah, sure thing. What's the reference number?
4409.
4409, are you sure?
Yeah, why?
Kasha, we're having a group photo. We're getting in now.
Oh my god, guys, it's no time for a group photo. Big Oils, Big Lies is big missing.
Oh no.
Kasha, what's the tape number?
It's 4409.
It's not on the servers!
Sometimes there's a script and archiving materials.
Do we at least have the audio stems?
Mono.
Damn.
Damn, just artwork.
It's possible we still have the master from when we first acquired the film. Nothing here.
Imogen, has anyone bought the film? Even a download link or an MP4?
It's not showing up in the admin panel.
What about on the database? There might be a record of a sale.
404, page not found. So normally we would just ask the filmmaker for a new master.
But the guy who made this film is like some kind of eco-terrorist.
I heard he's personally burned down 2 oil refineries in northern Denmark already. There's a capture or kill order on him throughout the EU.
And he's in the UK right now.
So, we have 2 weeks to deliver the film to French TV. And if we don't...
I saw the whole film once during the subtitle check, and I'm pretty sure RTS made it, but I have heard the rumors. You know, like broken telephone kind of thing. Well, come on, RTS is Swiss. If you were going to reenact a film, would you work harder for a Danish eco-terrorist or a Swiss public broadcaster?
You're going to reenact it?
Of course, look. I already got this. Pretty cool, right?
This is so scary.
Yeah, it's definitely a J. I mean, look at them O's with the lines through them and everything.
Definitely Danish, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you would never find a Swiss person using characters like that. I don't think they're even on Swiss keyboards. It would be impossible.
We're going to have to do a really good job reenacting this film.
Definitely, I think so. And remember the fire alarm? That was scary too, right?
This man sounds dangerous.
Really dangerous. I'm scared. Are you guys scared? I'm really scared. Yeah.
If we're going to reenact a film, why couldn't we have lost the Boo Cruise?
I get in early every Monday to do Story List. It's a kind of roundup of our new documentaries that we send out to subscribers. Only this week I just sent out the Christmas Story List because no one read it anyway. And instead I wrote out the scene in Big Oils, Big Lie where an intrepid reporter meets with a government official with a dirty secret. Jens playing the reporter, but he just needed a bit of time to get into character. So we decided to film some of Olivia's rehearsal in the meantime.
Hi, you must be the film crew. Come in.
I'm going to be playing Susan Harding, an MP that's secretly an oil lobbyist.
We've got you dead to rights, Susan Harding, MP. Confess.
This is outrageous. This is outrageous. I'm leaving.
The public will have the truth.
When I was about 5 years old, I was nearly in The Holiday as a child. So this comes naturally to me.
Like right away, or they perhaps.
Jan just told me that he's 100% in the zone as of this morning, so I think we're probably good to go.
Sam, look at this.
Olivia, I'm sorry guys, I'm in the hospital with oil poisoning. I don't think I can make the shoot. Blue scared face emoji, single tear emoji. Lucy, this wasn't just oil poisoning. This was big oil poisoning.
What are we going to do?
Well, I think we got all the lines in rehearsal, so we can probably, cut it together. For once, we're a step ahead of big oil.
No, she never said the line about how she just wants the best for her constituents.
Damn! Big oil strikes again. Is Sarah here?
Yes, but she wasn't nearly in The Holiday. She can't act.
Don't worry. I have a plan.
You know that I wasn't always in The Holiday, right? I can't act.
No, don't worry, Sarah. A plan is in place. Yeah. Are you in the zone?
Big Isle, you're in big trouble.
He's in the zone. He's in the zone. Max, camera, and action. Okay. Here we go.
This is a parliamentary record indicating that you are the president of the British Road Transport Association.
I mean, this is...
Do you think that the oil lobby is very influential in government?
Look, I'm not really the oil lobbyist you seem to think I am. I'm just president of the BRTA.
But last year you voted against legislation that would have put limits on oil companies. Why was that?
In Parliament, I only want what's best for my constituents.
Isn't it true that the BRTA provides excellent business for oil companies?
I don't have to sit here and listen to this.
We've got you dead to rights, Susan Harding MP. Confess.
This is outrageous. This is outrageous. I'm leaving.
The public will have the truth.
Movie magic, man. Chills.
I don't think that's exactly how it went in the original, to be honest.
Oil poisoning. Isn't that a shame?
Is this good?
A little to your right.
To my right?
But don't forget the accent.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Cashier, hedge fund manager, getting ready. Take two.
So this is the part where they interview the French hedge fund manager when she sort of gets ready for their interview beforehand, and they try to sort of recreate that voyeur kind of effect. Makes the audience a little bit more involved. It's cool.
And look over here.
Well, it might be true that the big oil is telling, how do you say it, big lies, but how do you say it, they have the big money, oui. But what do I care? I'm a hedge fund manager, not an environmentalist. But now I am, how do you say, late for, how do you say, a meeting. So how do you say, let's go.
Why didn't we get Zoe to film that scene? Good question.
No one knows more about Big Oil's big lies than this woman, Greta Thunberg. Her tireless campaign against Big Oil even inspired the parents of a little Swedish girl to name their daughter after her. How that came about is a thrilling story in itself.
So I dived in, got the penguin, doused it with oil repellent and returned it to its family.
It really is an amazing story.
Yes, it is amazing. And they were all like, that was amazing. We're going to name this penguin after you. What's your name? And I was like, Greta Thunberg. And they were like, no way. We're the Thunbergs of Sweden. Maybe we're related.
Extraordinary.
And then I saw that the woman was pregnant. And I was like, forget about the penguin. He's going to be dead in a few years. Why don't you name the baby after me instead?
Incredible. And all these years down the line, you must be so proud of your namesake.
Who?
Greta Thunberg, the climate activist.
Not ringing a bell.
She started Fridays for Future.
No, what's that?
Children stage climate protests outside school. Do you not?
Do they save any penguins?
I don't think so, no.
Do they save any kind of flightless bird?
There are no birds involved.
So this Greta Thunberg doesn't go to school, doesn't save any penguins. There isn't a step 3, and that's what you're saying?
That's one way of thinking about it.
Newsflash, when I was a teenager, I was rescuing penguins from oil spills in my sleep, and I went to school every day. So, just saying.
Now, Greta Thunberg is in France to uncover more of Big Oil's lies. And the biggest lie yet, she believes, could be sitting in an archive here in Paris.
Welcome to Big Oil's Big Archive, where there's no lies allowed, not even little ones, and certainly not big ones.
Greta Thunberg sifts through thousands of documents in search of the big lie. A day passes before she finds what she's looking for.
Hey, look at this. Oh, it's empty. Luckily, I know just the person who can crack this case.
Anti-global warming company, Daphne speaking.
Daphne, this is Greta Thunberg. Are we on a secure line?
Hold, please. What is this regarding?
It's about Big Oil. I've just been to their archive in Paris, France. They've removed the big lies, but I think I know where they are, and I think you know who can get them.
I don't know, Greta Thunberg. This could be dangerous.
Why do you think I'm talking to you? You want to take down Big Oil? You call in the big guns.
I hope this works, Greta Thunberg. I hope this works.
Okay, great. Now just hold the book there, and we'll dissolve into montage. Great. Lucy's talking head. Take one.
We're tuning in to London this morning, where we're hearing reports of massive protests in the capital against Big Oil, with some protesters even claiming
that Big Oil's big lies have grown to the point that they have started to form their own gravitational field. So I have unparalysed myself, jumped out of my wheelchair and come on down to the Qatar Oil Company to see if the rumours were true. It looks like Big Oil is facing some big questions.
remarkable scenes from Qatar this morning.
So we can see the lies are getting big in the 70s, and since then, climate change has been growing at an accelerated pace.
40 boobs, 10 dudes, 1 cruise. What happens when you get 20 chicks, 10 lucky guys, and 1 cruise ship? You get Boob Cruise, a trip of a lifetime casting off this summer from Journeyman Pictures.
Are we sure that we have the slow motion shot of the documents moving across the screen?
The lies just kept getting bigger and bigger, and that's when I left Big Oil for good.
We've been doing the same scene over and over since the morning, and you just...
Are we sure they had the obscured whistleblower shot?
Yeah, I think it's going really well. It's like we're in the everything going well montage, you know, with the upbeat rock song.
We're big.
Big oil companies deliberately covered up the truth about global warming.
This is the part where they interview me.
I was rescuing penguins from oil spills and okay, my hair's not big.
That's ridiculous.
Massive protests. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Massive protests against Big Oil.
I actually don't know what to say. Anyway.
I returned it to its family.
Now this next scene has a claim to being the most pivotal in the whole film. You remember when we left Greta Thunberg and the anti-global warming company? Well, this is the payoff. Wait, Big Oil is here. I could smell those big lies a mile away. Only they're not a mile away. They're right here in this office building in downtown Chicago, America. And they're not lies, they're truths. The truths that were removed from the archive in Paris, France. I'm going in. This must be the place. It's got this tasteful wall art and pot plants and everything. The big lie is here somewhere. I'd say Abraham Lincoln Danger Cruise is half Batman, half Aaron Brockovich. Half Navy SEAL, half Catwoman, but like the cool Catwoman, half Jack Nicholson, half The Rock, obviously, and like 20% Robert Redford. Where are you, big lies? Looks like Big Oil has a big problem. You know, I don't want to jinx anything, but I think that success is pretty much guaranteed at this point. Spring, full of the joys of spring, full of the joys of spring.
Come on, Hussam, the train's leaving in 10 minutes. Unless that's another one of Sam's big lies.
Guys, come on. I mean, I didn't lose the master. I just wanted to do a good reenactment.
You know, your lies just keep getting bigger. It was about time they came to an end.
Yeah, and you believe me, don't you?
I wish I could.
Come on, let's go.
Wait. Come on, I know it's here somewhere. That's the Boob Cruise feature transcript, part of it. Boob Cruise iTunes artwork, that's part of the Boob Cruise TV transcript. Boob Cruise acquisitions contract. Boob Cruise fanfiction. That's nasty. Boob Cruise music cue sheet. Boob Cruise Google Play artwork. Boob Cruise shot list. This is a letter to the producers of Boob Cruise petitioning for a sequel. Here it is. Okay, look at this. The same handwriting, right? But look at this. Looks like Big Oil. I don't know. The point is, it was his song. How should I phrase it, do you think? Big Oil's big mole? No, that's not so good. Big Oil's big twist? Big Oil's big mistake.
So, you finally figured it out. That's right. I'm Big Oil.
Why did you do it?
Don't you remember? About 2 months ago, we got materials for Man on the Bus, and I said, if I get one more master with mono audio, I'm gonna lose it.
I don't remember that.
Well, I said it. And then Big Oil's Big Lie came in. Mono.
Damn.
Let's just say I made good on my threat.
You poisoned Olivia.
Hey, I did what had to be done.
But it didn't work. As soon as I send the Slack message, everyone's going to know it was you, and we're going to finish the reenactment, and it's going to be great. What?
Looking for this?
No.
This is where the internet comes out. Stupid.
So that means...
Yes.
And I can't...
No.
And you...
Yes.
So we...
Yes.
No.
Yes. And you don't have the scene of the hippie and the farm girl. The film will never work without it. You're finished. Your big reenactment is a big fat flop.
You're right. It's over. Big Oil wins.
It's facing some big questions.
Remarkable scenes from Qatar this morning.
Play it again.
What?
Play it again, Sam.
Remarkable scenes from Qatar this morning.
Could it be? The audio.
What are you talking about?
It's stereo.
You mean...
Yes.
So we can...
Yes.
And you won't...
No.
So that means...
Yes. Mary Bell, there's something I haven't told you. Last November, I was in Dallas, America. I had my camera with me, and I saw something I wasn't supposed to see.
Oh no, Tanner. What was it?
I have it with me in this case, and I'm going to take it to the police.
But Tanner, I hear something. I'm scared.
Must be Big Oil, here for the evidence.
Look out, Tanner. He's got a gun.
Mary Bell, don't die on me. Mary Bell, you will never get away with this, Big Oil. Mary Bell.
Tanner, y'all listen to me now. Y'all get that case back, y'all hear? Y'all get that case back, Tanner. Y'all get that case back. Tanner, you'll get that case. Y'all get that case back. Y'all get that case back, y'all hear? Y'all get that case back, Tanner. Y'all get that case back.
That was my grandmother's dying wish, to expose Big Oil's big lie. I always wished I could keep my grandfather's promise for him.
And now you will. I just got back from Chicago, America. I found the case.
This lie is even bigger than I expected.
I've suspected something like this for a long time. Ever since I discovered a secret message hidden in the assassination of my own ancestor, Abraham Lincoln, the man who discovered America.
Do you hear something?
It's Big Oil, back to finish the job. But this time, we'll be ready.
For my grandmother.
Looks like Big Oil. This big reign of terror is over.
To Big O's Big Lies!
Hey!
To Olivia finally responding to treatment.
Yay! And to 1 million more subscribers.
Yay!
time for champagne parties, and our film has gone missing. The boat cruise.
Get in.
Right, I'm paralysed myself. I'm in a wheelchair. And come on. It stopped filming.